What if the Industrial Revolution started 500 years earlier? Imagine steam engines powering medieval cities, massive factories rising among castles, electricity lighting the streets of the Renaissance. The Industrial Revolution transformed the world. But what if it had started 500 years earlier? Could the Roman Empire have built railroads? Would space travel have begun in the 1600s? And how would history have changed if humanity entered the machine age centuries ahead of schedule? Let's dive into this mind-blowing alternate timeline. The Industrial Revolution began in the 1700s, driven by steam power, mechanization, and mass production. But why then? What held humanity back for so long? For one, there was a lack of scientific knowledge. The scientific method wasn't fully embraced until the 1600s. Earlier civilizations had brilliant inventors, but not the systematic approach needed to advance technology rapidly. Economies also played a role. Feudal systems didn't encourage innovation. Why invest in machines when cheap labor was abundant? And then there was social resistance. New technology often faced opposition from rulers and religious leaders who feared change. But what if things had played out differently? What if the seeds of industrialization had been planted in the Roman Empire, the Middle Ages, or the Renaissance? Believe it or not, the ancient Romans came shockingly close to industrialization. In the 1st century AD, a Greek engineer named Hero of Alexandria invented a primitive steam engine called an aeolippa, but the Romans used it as a toy instead of harnessing its power. Now, imagine if Roman inventors had expanded on this technology. Steam-powered machinery could have automated labor, leading to mass production of weapons, armor, and goods. Railroads could have connected the empire, replacing slow horse-drawn carts and allowing rapid transportation. Coal mining might have become widespread, fueling an energy revolution 1,500 years before it actually happened. If Rome had industrialized, the empire might never have collapsed. Instead, it could have dominated the world for centuries longer, pushing humanity into a high-tech future by the Middle Ages. Fast forward to the Middle Ages. What if medieval Europe had discovered steam power around the year 1000? Mechanized farming could have increased food production, ending famines, and allowing population growth to skyrocket. Early factories could have revolutionized industries like textiles and weaponry, creating advanced knight armor, guns, and even primitive tanks centuries ahead of time. Urbanization would have accelerated, leading to modern cities long before the 18th century. This could have led to an earlier Renaissance, and with widespread printing, electricity, and even steam-powered ships, the age of exploration might have begun in the 1200s instead of the 1400s. And what about war? A mechanized industrial military would have changed battles completely. Imagine armored war machines and early cannons sweeping across Europe hundreds of years ahead of schedule. Would medieval knights have stood a chance against early tanks and mass-produced firearms? By the 1500s, the world had scientists like Leonardo da Vinci and Galileo, minds that could have pushed industrial progress even further. Electricity could have been harnessed sooner, leading to telegraphs or even light bulbs in the 1600s. Steam-powered ships and trains could have created global empires centuries ahead of schedule. And here's the biggest question. Could space travel have started in the 1700s? With early industrialization, the scientific revolution would have arrived much sooner. By the time the 1700s rolled around, we might have had telescopes mapping other planets, early rocketry, and even primitive space exploration. The first moon landing? It might have happened in the 1800s, not 1969. If industrialization had happened 500 years earlier, where would we be right now? Could we already be living in a futuristic interplanetary civilization? Would we have colonized Mars and other planets centuries ago? Or would the rapid advance of war technology have led to total destruction long before the 20th century? The truth is, an early industrial revolution could have given us incredible progress, but also greater risks. Technological advancements without modern social structures might have led to unstable societies, powerful empires, and even earlier world wars. But one thing is certain, history would have been completely unrecognizable. So what do you think? If the Industrial Revolution had started 500 years earlier, would we already be exploring the stars, or would history have taken a darker turn? Let us know in the comments. And if you love exploring alternate history, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more butterfly history. Until next time, stay curious and question the past.